live. Actually live this time too, like with the proper show and everything. But hey everybody, welcome to the Big Gay Dice Game. It is another week of Vampire the Masquerade 5th Edition's Portland by Night. We're down one character tonight, but that's okay, as we are also having one picking up food, but they'll be right back. Last week, we left off with some very important news revealed. That Gonzo has been feeding for the last 5 years without upholding the masquerade. Now, given Gonzo's eccentric personality and position in the art community, it hasn't been questioned and come to light yet. But now that your art studio was burned down and rumors are circulating that was the Second Inquisition, eyes are starting to fall on you. With that, a lot of our night has been used up for this night, but I do know Melody wanted to do something immediately, not waiting for the next morning.
As soon as the phone is destroyed and she messages Harold and says, after Harold says that to destroy the phone, she goes, "I will be back momentarily," and immediately leaves to go see the prince.
Where do you find the prince?
I'm assuming she would know she would either be in her office or her bedroom, more than likely, if she is in the Elysium.
If she is in
site.
Elysium, yes. So I am going to leave this to a simple check.
If not, does she use technology? Would she have a cell phone? No. Nope. Okay, of course not. Why would the prince have a cell phone?
She is
I can't send sexy
almost
pictures on her cell phone.
Actually, she was turned almost 150 years ago, which means she's almost 170.
Age is just a number.
Success is 6 or higher, correct?
Yes.
Oh, that's a shame when I roll a 5.
She's not in her room or her office.
No. However, you could give me a, given that this is specifically about your relationship and you are Keeper of Elysium, even if not proper, we'll let this be etiquette. And it's information you could know, but you're stressed right now, so we'll make it composure.
I'm surging.
However, the prince is also very private, so this is not going to be an easy check. It is going to be a difficulty of 4.
Okay. I am surging, which gives me 2. Because it's composure, I get +1 for beautiful. So that puts me at 3 bonus pool modifier. And I'm not trying to avoid suspicion or deflect blame, so I don't get the +2 for that. So submit, difficulty 4. That is exactly 4 successes.
All right, give me a rouse check.
Oh, failed. I'm at hunger 3.
Well, the panic did help you remember, however. There were costs to that. 1 second.
She just hears in the back of her brain her old piano teacher who used to like smack her hand with rollers whenever she did the scales wrong, telling her, if you were on time and that you would know where she was. How could you? Of course, this is your fault. This is all your fault. You would, if you would have picked a better child, you wouldn't be in this predicament to begin with. And it just keeps going on and on. I'm hating her.
Okay. So Thera doesn't make this public knowledge, but seeing as how you two have a more intimate relationship, you know that Thera also maintains a small community theater in the Pearl District. Essentially, anytime she's not at Elysium, that is where she is.
Interesting. I will head there then.
All right. Also, Strawberry, you were not with us last week. It is a new day. I need a rouse check from you to see how you're doing. However,
Okay,
you
dokie.
did get to feed the night before because you also missed the end of that night. So you can remove up to 2 hunger to a minimum of 1 before that rouse check.
Yeah, awesome. So rouse check 1. Oh, failed.
All right, so your hunger's at a 2. If you want to Blush of Life, you'll also need to rouse check again, which is not looking like a corpse.
Wow, double whammies. Here we go.
All right.
I'm just like hungry for the good times.
So the night before, you met with some consensual partners at the club.
Yes.
However, and we covered this last week once we finished with the racks, but I know you weren't here. Melody would have informed you that the racks, which are places where any clan can feed freely as long as they have access to the location, you are only permitted to feed there once every 2 weeks to prevent overfeeding.
I do remember that, yeah.
So it satiated your hunger very well that night. However, with people panicking and things going on, we will say you wake up somewhat late into the evening. With a filled soul, you were able to have a deep sleep. But you wake up starving, or nearly. No one else is home.
Ooh. Oh, that's fun.
Because it's late in the evening and things have gone. I mean, I think Gonzo may be here, but Gonzo's doing their thing in their room.
Yeah.
You're completely unaware of the major issues going on, which you yourself are also unaware of. So that is...
Oh, 100%. Strawberry wakes up and just goes, Lee?
Lee is not
Lee?
here.
My God, where is she? I need like a blood-soaked burrito, like really bad right now. Splinty, do you know where I could get food? And she like pulls out her little rat friend.
Yes. I cannot remember if you need to rouse to speak to your animals with this ability.
I don't think you do with Bond Familius.
Oh yeah, Bond Familius,
yeah,
which I assume Splinty is your Familius.
Yeah.
You're at hunger 3. Which means the hunger is fairly high. Splinty is going to respond to you. Well, when we are hungry, we eat.
I know we eat, but like I need to eat like a person who's down, you know? So
yes, down
you were
on
listening.
The street.
You were listening last night. I wasn't paying attention. Is there anywhere I can go? Do you know?
I am going to do a quick roll for Splinty.
Fuck yeah. This is all I wanted, was my rat to have his own roll.
Splinty is not particularly good at things.
Splinty is very good. Splinty is a certified good boy.
All right. I just need 1 success. Oh, got a success.
Fuck yeah.
The one in charge spoke of a place. A Major Tom's?
Oh, like ground control. Okay. Let's find it. Do they believe in the internet in this world? Can I pull up Google? And Strawberry takes out her phone and like starts searching for Major
So
Tom's.
Major Tom's is a legitimate business.
Okay.
So it will have a presence. Finding it should not be hard. However, using the internet, there's a bunch of trash you gotta get through and finding the right place.
Sure.
So I need an intelligence plus either investigation or technology.
Okay. So investigation or tech. She doesn't have any. Awesome. It's gonna be great.
You only need a success of 1.
Okay.
I do not know how high your intelligence is. Normally I'd be like, you could surge, but I would not advise surging into 4 hunger.
I agree. Okay, 3 successes.
All
Right? Or 2 successes?
Yeah, you need 2 criticals for him to count.
Okay.
Which is maybe the weirdest rule to constantly remember in 5e.
It's 2 successes. It's 3 dice rolled total.
Yeah.
Okay. So you'll have the directions. It's in downtown. This is another, there's racks in every district, but this is the other rack in downtown. So it's just going to be a short walk there.
Yeah. And Strawberry knows her way around, having been here before she got bitten.
Yeah.
Foster kid knows her way around town.
In fact, with the extra success, I will say it's one of those, like, when you look it up, you're like, oh yeah, I think I've been here before.
Yeah.
Because Major Tom's is a 2-story arcade and bar.
Yes. Strawberry is a total gamer.
Yeah, it's
not
like,
really. She just really likes Animal Crossing, but she calls herself a gamer.
It's very much in the hipster part of downtown, so it's all vintage arcade machines and pinball machines and stuff.
Oh yeah. Oh my god, it's so cute here. I love it.
Right.
And she goes up to the door and goes, Splinty, you did good work. And she pats Splinty, and then she takes out a piece of pocket cheese and gives it to him.
So then we are going to shift to, I guess I'll have a quick question. After Ego more or less vanishes after talking to you, Gonzo, do you do anything else this evening?
Probably just like go for a nice little walk.
Okay.
Just like hang out.
How is your hunger looking?
Fine. I'm at 1.
Okay, you're doing well. Dr. Whitlock, with the things going on, I don't believe Dr. Whitlock knows about the masquerade violations. I'm trying to remember the scene.
Nope, I was there for that.
Oh, amazing. So with knowing all this, is there anything you're doing, Dr. Whitlock?
Covering my fucking ass.
Well, but of course, you're a vampire. How?
Okay, knowing Vampire Society and where I'm at, I don't want it to seem like a power grab, but also I'm worried about the second Inquisition coming.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a way to tell the prince about this that won't get me killed? Or is there someone I can go to?
You don't know many people in town yet. And who you can trust is fully up to your discretion. You know of multiple people. You have talked to basically one. You've already talked to Dr. Krev, who is a fellow Tremere. You're also aware of Boban, who very off-putting, but definitely was in a position of power at Elysium. You know of Ego, but you also have heard a fair bit of the issues with that. You also had spent a good bit of time looking at and discussing with Megan's character about Jaeger, who was a very scary bestial vampire. And you know of Harold, who's a Nosferatu, which means you would already know. If you don't know how to find Harold, it's going to be hard to find Harold. If any of those people sound like someone you want to try and reach out to, you can.
I guess the only one I actually think won't try to double cross me is probably the Tremere.
All right, Dr. Krev. So you're going to be heading back to the hospital. With
I'm
that,
blush of life and everything.
yep. We had already established all that last week. It is the same night, so you were still fine.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm just racing to get there so I can get back home.
As you're heading
in
there,
time.
because you're going to have to head across town, we are going to circle back around to Melody. Melody, the Pearl District is in downtown. It is not the chunk of downtown the museum's in, but it's like a few blocks away. You know of this community theater. You go, it's a little hole in a wall location. As you come up to it, you can hear the chords of Suddenly Seymour being played on a piano.
How dare she listen to somebody else other than me play the piano? What? Continue, sorry.
That's all.
Do I see?
At this point, you are outside of.
Oh, well then.
If you want to go in through the front door, you can.
Yes.
There is a sign posted on the front door that says closed for rehearsals, as well as show times for their next production, which is a community theater production of Little Shop of Horrors.
Would I know that she can get in early usually?
You did have, no, you had exactly 4 successes. So you knew where it was. You have no extra successes for us to play with you having extra benefits about this. So.
Okay. What's her Thalia? Is that her name?
Thera.
Is it Asiniki? I will knock on the door.
Okay.
Since they're closed. I don't want to just like waltz in.
Yep.
That would be rude.
So you knock on this mostly glass door next to this tiny, like little dinky ticket booth built into the front of this sliver of a theater. After a couple minutes, this probably kid looks like maybe 14 or 15. I'm going to give him curly red hair and freckles. Just very awkward, kind of gangly. Comes up to the door looking confused, seeing you there.
Hi, I know you're closed. I'm desperately in need of talking to a friend of mine, Thalia. Is she here?
I need you to make a check. Now it's going to be opposed. However, this is literally a kid. It's not going to be too hard. I need either charisma or manipulation.
Charisma, please.
Plus persuasion.
Negotiation?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Am I trying to avoid suspicion?
All right. So, wow, even a weak mortal has 5. What you're trying to get from them will not be avoiding suspicion. So no.
Okay, so that's plus 1 for beautiful, plus 1 for negotiation. So 2. Submit difficulty.
Well, it is an opposed roll.
Mhm.
The difficulty I rolled was 3.
4 successes.
Okay.
Which is good, because that would have been a bestial failure otherwise.
Awkward pubescent teen boy sees vampire of the clan of beauty. Is saying it just very awkward. Oh, okay. And scrambles and like you hear the clicks as the deadbolt on the door opens. We're doing dress rehearsals, but we can get her.
I would so greatly appreciate that.
So as you're heading in again, this looks like a theater that seats maybe 24 people at a packed house. You're not sure how a piano could even fit in here till you realize it's just like a dinky Casio electric.
Her inner Toreador cringes. Hers is a very fancy old piano that's been kept.
That would take up over half of the stage.
Oh yeah, she knows, but
Yeah.
she still is like that. Look of disdain.
But as that's happening, again, you just kind of hear someone and you recognize it's Thera's voice as the music kind of stops for a second. You hear her going, no, we got to take it from the top. We need this, everybody. We need this to be tight. We're opening in 4 days. All right.
She's singing.
Well, right now you hear her like kind of directing, but as you then come in, the song starts picking up again. And yeah, she is playing. Why do I blank on her character's name? 1 second. Okay, yeah, thought so. She's playing Audrey as they start back up Suddenly Seymour.
They start up what?
The song Suddenly Seymour.
I will not interrupt the song. I will just wait until they stop and then applaud politely to get her attention once they pause again, because I know how annoying it is to pause, to be interrupted in the middle of playing.
Okay. So while that is going and she is finishing up her number, we are going to shift over to Dr. Whitlock as we start pulling things back, arriving at the hospital.
I'm gonna go check his office now that I know where it is.
All right. So hang down again. You get the goosebumps of magic as you enter that lower basement. Let's see if he is in his office currently. You get there. You feel the residue of magic having been done. But Dr. Krev is not here. However, you're going to get that feeling when you see that the door to his office had been kicked in.
I'm investigating.
All right. Give me resolve plus investigation.
Oh no.
Because you're going to be deep in the magic and I know how that affects you.
Okay, good. It's not like you see a body. That makes me feel a little bit better. Difficulty?
Not too hard. We'll make it a 3.
3.
All right. You come in and you see no signs of blood or like direct damage or anything like that to someone. No signs of violence, I should say. However, there is still a smoldering pile of ashes where it looks like they burnt a bunch of those medical journals that were on the shelves.
Are there any markings?
You had me so scared for a second that the doctor died.
Yes, same. I'm not so sure it's not yet. I mean, I know he's not a pile of ash, but I'm very concerned of
Yes.
second Inquisition bullshit.
At first, you don't see anything until you turn around and behind you, above the doorway, is a cat that has been flayed, pinned to the wall, along with several markings. I'm going to need you to roll intelligence plus occult.
Not my best, but at least I have a specialty now.
And the difficulty is going to be 3. As a Tremere, it wouldn't be exceptionally difficult.
Difficulty.
3.
Uh, 4 of 3.
4 of 3. You're going to see markings. You're going to recognize that this is a warning from someone else who knows magic. With the extra success, you will recognize the sigil. There's a seal around it, painted, of the Council of 7.
Of what?
The Council of 7.
Do I know what that is?
The Inner Council of 7 are the rulers of the Tremere clan.
Fuck.
What Dr. Krev was doing has reached people who would very much like him to not do that. Now, from what you're seeing, it appears they did not outright kill him. They destroyed what they could of his research and sent him a warning. He's also already in Portland, which means rather than being killed, he was exiled for a reason. You don't know why they're refusing to kill him, but it is bad enough that the Council of 7 has a target on him and they're still giving him warnings.
Well, now I can't go to him.
I mean,
He's on a shit list.
everybody in Portland is on someone's shit list. But
Not me.
no, but your sister is.
Yeah, but I don't know that.
I know.
I think everything's great.
Speaking of Strawberry, you find your way to Major Tom's. I'm going to quickly give you a description. So, it's a 2-story retro. It features 2 stories of retro arcade machines, serves beer and bar snacks. Unlike many of the other establishments in downtown, Major Tom's is open till 2 a.m., which means essentially when all the more reputable places downtown close, if you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here, they instead stay at Major Tom's. This place is full of hipsters, as well as just drunks, as well as people who kind of live in the suburbs and rural areas around Portland going into the city for a weekend. So it's busy.
Yeah. Cool. Strawberry makes her way inside, and I'm gonna be real. I feel like Strawberry's just general vibe clashes so hard with this that she immediately draws attention to herself. Kind of like, in teen movies where
Yeah.
like the love interest walks in and everybody's suddenly turning in slow motion. It's like that, but maybe I don't know if people would be into it or not into it. I'll let you decide.
Well, as a Nosferatu, since you took, instead of having a gruesome outward appearance, you attract vermin and everything, you attract an aura of disgust and unease. So yeah, it does somewhat stop for a moment as people see Strawberry come in, and like several people are just like, I don't know what's up with her, but no thank you. Give me a wits plus awareness check.
Wits plus awareness. Okay.
The
What's the
difficulty will be 3.
what would my pool size modifier be?
You
Do I
have no
have anything
modifier
for it?
unless you have something that modifies it.
Got it, got it. Is that 2 successes?
That is not enough successes.
No.
So you will not notice something else here.
Sure. She walks in and she's, being from Cali, she's used to people like this and knows how to speak their language.
Mhm.
And so she clocks the first person she sees who like fits the mold of
Mhm.
the presentation of over it, but really actually into it type, like, like a poser.
Yeah.
And she walks up and she goes, "Can you even believe it?"
All right. I need you to give me a manipulation plus persuasion. Now, Nikki, the bonus you're giving from the coterie is just in that specific area, not all of downtown, correct?
It's in our domain.
Okay, so this actually still falls into the domain. So you
Could
get
I?
you have a pool modifier of +2.
Cool. Could it be charisma? Since I'm not trying to get anything, I'm just striking up a conversation.
Yes.
Cool. So persuasion, charisma, plus two.
+2. You're
Okay.
looking at a difficulty of 5.
Cinco. 5, 6, 7, 8. Am I reading this right?
That is 10 successes.
10.
Wow. This guy immediately looks at you and is also just as awkward and off-putting underneath. And it's like real into it.
Yeah. Strawberry is like, you know what I can't stand? Everyone here, like, they want to be out of the mainstream, but look at how they're dressed. They are mainstream. And look at me. Like, no one dresses like this anymore, especially not here in Portland. So who's really underground, Like, I didn't even I refuse to listen to the Beatles until all of them are dead. Like, that's true underground.
Totally into you.
Yeah.
Totally. Fully. I do not have enough hipster in me to play this character.
Sure. So Strawberry gets up close to him and she goes, "But do you know what's really like? I learned the most fun thing and no one's doing it."
What?
And she like gets really close and she whispers, "Fight, play." But I don't think you'd be into that. I don't know if you're cool,
I-
Like, are you cool? I don't know if you're cool. Sorry, I'm wasting my time here, clearly.
You
And she like
immediately notice the awkwardness as he's trying to shift his pants. He's just no. I totally know about that. I know all about that. Yeah, I'm really into that. I've been doing that forever.
Oh really?
Yeah.
So you're saying like you've let someone bite you till they drew blood? Because what's the point unless there's blood in it, you know?
You're sitting on 10 successes, so he's just gonna be. I could lose some blood. That's fine.
Yeah? Oh my god. Ooh, you're fun. What's your name?
Kyle.
Kyle. Okay. Well, I'm gonna call you Scruffy, and you're gonna come with me, and we're gonna have some fun.
I feel like I'm gonna be adding Kyle as an NPC. Strawberry's gonna be the first one to freaking ghoul somebody. I already see it happening.
What does that mean?
So if you feed a mortal some of your blood,
Mhm.
it makes them stronger than a normal person. It keeps them
Yeah.
from aging, and they become addicted to you.
So I can feed on them whenever I want, essentially.
Yeah. I mean,
What-
you have to worry about overfeeding on them. Ghouls will
Yeah.
ghouls are in a lot of ways your servants as well. They can,
Yeah.
once they have fed off of you about 3 times, they're
Mhm.
completely subservient to you.
Dope.
Which
Would
means
Strawberry know about this?
no.
Or so this is gonna be great.
Harold
Yeah.
would not have taught you about that.
And I haven't.
Yeah, and we have
No, we
not covered ghouls in our lessons of the week.
Yeah, this is gonna be a full accidental moment. So Strawberry's gonna take Kyle into I don't fucking know what kind of back rooms in a joint like this. You know what I mean? Is there
Yeah.
like a back like a LAN room, you know, where it's all computers and
These are all retro
all retro?
machines,
Cool.
so no, but there is always going to be a dingy alley out back. Like,
Yeah,
this is the world of darkness.
yeah. She takes Kyle out back and she goes, "Okay, you ready? It's gonna be it'll just be a little pinch, and then like the euphoria is amazing."
And it is.
Yeah.
So
she
here's the
goes for
thing.
it.
You
Mhm.
can take 1, you
Mhm.
can take 2. Once
Uh-huh.
you start taking more than 2, you're going to start dealing harm to them.
Sure.
So you can take
She's
up to
only
2 without harming them.
she's only gonna take 2.
So here's the thing, though.
Mm-hmm.
We got a few things going on. Because
Yeah.
something else that you haven't been taught yet is if you drink the blood of people on substances, that is the only way you get the effects of those substances.
Oh fuck yeah.
We're gonna say with how much this guy was into it and how much he's kind of like, I want to be cool. Yeah, I'm totally cool. He was on Molly.
Oh, fun.
Yes and
great for
no.
summer.
Because you're also quite hungry at
Yeah.
the time. And you're feeding without any supervision, probably for the first time.
100%.
Which means more what we need to worry about is you making, we will just say, a double composure check. Just to make this easy and off the seat of your pants. Off the seat of my pants.
Could do composure resolve too.
Oh, that's a good one. So it'll be composure plus resolve. I knew there was a roll for it and I couldn't remember what the combo was.
Got it. Modifiers, do I have any?
No modifiers right now. We're going to make the difficulty 4 because he's on a substance that's going to make you feel very good. Even more on top of the light of feeding as a vampire.
I have a question. I do have unswayable mind. Would that apply?
What does unswayable mind give you? Because I have not memorized every advantage.
User gains a mystical ability to resist any attempts to sway them through mundane charms, coercion, wiles.
Mundane, yeah, I'm okay with that. So we'll just make the difficulty 3.
Difficulty 3, cool. Composure, resolve. No pool. Difficulty 3. 3 successes?
Yes. Is that what you got? Oh,
You have 2 successes, but you can spend willpower to roll that one
Yeah.
dice.
I'm gonna
And
do
hope
that.
to get a third.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. How do I roll just one dice?
When you hit willpower, it'll just automatically do it because it won't. You can't re-roll hunger die.
Oh, got it. Second, let me reroll one. Difficulty still 3, or just because I'm rerolling one? Difficulty 1, right?
It just re-roll the 1, and if it's a success, you'll have 3 successes.
yeah.
Okay.
That's 2 successes only.
All right.
Oops.
So only 2 successes.
Yeah.
It's not a bestial failure.
No.
So that's good. However, you're going to pull 3 from him instead of 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I'll message you something. Hold on.
Okay. I defer to
think
Nikki
that-
because Nikki's in like a bunch of
Sure.
vampire games and knows the rules far better than me.
I feel like too, with how into the Molly she is, I think she lets him bite her back. And that's how he gets
Ooh.
some of her blood.
I like that.
Yeah. Like that, the failure I kind of like because it allows me to play out the scene in the way that makes it most interesting. And that sounds most interesting to me. And then on Molly, I take him straight into the woods of Portland. And he goes, I know what you are. I say it.
Oh no, I know it only slacks 2, Nikki. It's more the fact that it's going to harm Strawberry's victim.
I just wanted to make sure.
Yes. So you pull 3. It's still going to be minimum 1 unless you kill him. But you realize, like, as you pull away and you get this, the thing is it wouldn't be just letting him bite you. You're going to have to kind of open a vein and give him the blood because he's not going to be able to. But when you pull back, you've dealt harm to him. Like he's kind of out of it. He's looking sickly pale.
Oh yeah. And Strawberry now hopped up on Molly, goes, that was so fun. Oh my goodness, you're not doing here. Let me help. Like give and
Your
take.
turn.
And she like scratches open
Yep.
like an artery and then
It
or a
goes,
vein. I
and as
guess,
soon, it's the thing is also as vampires is in your saliva when you lick a wound, it seals it, which is
Dope.
how you seal. Because like before you do that, his neck just has this gaping wound in it. He's ghostly white, but when you open and give it, he starts lapping it up like crazy.
Mhm.
2 things are going to need to be done now. Because you gave blood, I need you to give me a resolve check because you might actually regain some. No?
Rouse.
Sorry. I called it resolve, didn't I? You need to make a rouse check.
Man, I am not rolling well tonight.
Okay. So if you failed that, you're just back up to 2 hunger. Because
Sure.
you slated down the 1, you're back up to 2. And you blood bonded with a mortal.
Sure.
Which means you now have a stain on your soul. So
Cool.
your humanity gains 1 stain.
Okay, so I just take away 1 humanity.
You put it puts like a slash on your last humanity box. We don't know if you've lost humanity till the end of the session.
How do I mark that? Oh, here it is, stains.
Yep.
I just do 1.
Yeah.
Cool. Boom.
And you have no idea he's blood bonded to you yet or
No.
anything. He has no idea about this, which means come tomorrow, he's going to start craving you.
Ugh.
So,
Dope.
I'm going to make a quick roll for someone because you were being watched. He keeps his hunger at 1. Only 2 successes.
And is the stain thing because I'm a consensualist, or is that just an overall vampire
It's
thing?
because you blood bonded. It's because you created a ghoul.
Got it.
Here's the thing. How you treat a ghoul, great if you treat them well.
Mhm.
Knowingly or not, you just took away someone's will, which is not a good thing. It is not a
No.
humane thing. So, we are going to make our way back to Gonzo. You said you were just heading back home, right? Okay, so we don't need to worry about Gonzo just yet. We're going to head back to Melody. As when you're doing the applause and everything, I need you to give me a manipulation plus etiquette to actually get her to not just accept the praise, but stop and realize, because there is in her element right now. And
Avoiding suspicion.
yes, because you're trying to make it not seem rude. So I will allow it.
You said persuasion or etiquette. You said etiquette.
Etiquette
Sorry.
plus manipulation.
Manipulation. So I get +3.
It's not particularly difficult, so it's 2 successes.
That is 4 successes.
She'll turn to Melody. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Everyone can take 5. Actually, we're going in 3 days. Everyone take 4. You haven't earned 5. And she kind of like gets off the stage, but the stage is only like a foot and a half higher than the ground. So she just kind of
I
does
walk
it
up and offer my hand to help her down.
even better.
I have a sense of urgency, and I'd love to talk with you in private if you have but a moment.
Of course. Is this going to take more than the 4 minutes I just gave them?
That is all depending on your reaction.
And then she will say, okay. And she goes over to this little man who's been playing the piano. You've never even seen his face. It's just from the back. She whispers into his ear, and he reaches down and he pulls out a blood red leather book and opens it to musical notes and starts playing these strange off-kilter tunes. They won't realize how much time's passed. Oh, what is it you need?
That is a fascinating trick that I would love for you to teach me one day, but that's not the point. I have found that there is a slight problem with my child.
Dear,
And I wanted to bring it to your attention before it was brought up by somebody else, because I don't want you to think I'm trying to hide anything from you.
Of course not, Melody. What is it your child's done?
They're breaching the masquerade and not wiping the memories of the mortals that they feed off of. I just found out today. They have been told multiple times, and they have been in the classes with dozens of fledglings, that this is something you should do. And when I confronted him about it, he said, I got it covered. I believe it was the phrase that was said.
Essential.
Something like that.
I didn't
Nikki does
do
not remember I
anything
slept
wrong.
since. Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't do anything wrong.
I didn't do anything wrong with what he stated.
This is bad. I know your child has eccentricities, but
Yes.
we've had no alarms raised, no issues, correct?
Not until recently.
What has happened, Melody?
There was a small fire in their studio.
You're going...
It was caused by a fan, potentially.
Good. I had heard rumors of a fire. Was this last night, perhaps?
Character, yes?
Yes.
It was, yes.
Technically yesterday during the day, but
It was during the day, but it was a small fire. Taken care of. Nothing bad happened beyond that. We do know it is a fan of his, and that is all we know. Currently, I am trying to find out more.
Okay. I've been hearing rumors of it being something else. I'm assuming you have as well.
Well, the fear of the Second Inquisition is always on everybody's mind.
Yes. Well, we're going to need to handle this, Melody.
I'm aware. I would like
Hopefully,
it noted, though, that I came to you and
yes.
would not prefer. I understand the etiquette and the appropriate protocols that go into place, and I also have an inkling that someone will be vying for a harsher punishment. She doesn't go further into detail to that. I would like it noted that I am here to tell you so we can protect the masquerade at all cost.
Understood.
While I would love to protect my child, if that is what it costs, that is what it costs.
That is very brave of you, Melody. You do know, if it comes to that, I likely would not be able to sway the others to allow you to sire again for quite some time.
I am sure my sire would love to have another opportunity.
Hopefully it does not come to that, dear. Now, I will look into the matter. If it is a fan, as you say, we must
That is what it seems, yes.
know for certain if they're aware of a breach of the masquerade. We don't want to cull the herd too much, but if it's just one mortal, things may need to be done.
The one mortal that we know of, but the breaches have been happening ongoing.
Let us worry about the immediate issue, my dear.
I will go check out their home with their permission and see what I can find, if anything, from the fire.
Find what you can. If you're worried of others seeing things otherwise, I will have to take threats of the rumors just as seriously.
The threats of the Inquisition?
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to clarify.
So long as they do not bring any evidence to say this, we should be fine.
Understood.
But I'll warn you, Melody, while I'll do what I can to help you, if things look as if you brought the Inquisition to our doorstep or your child, I cannot show favoritism for that. It will simply mean we all die.
I would never put the Camarilla at harm.
Oh, my dear Melody, and she kisses you on the forehead. You are so good at following the rules. We will worry about this, but I need to wrap up a rehearsal, and we will discuss this tomorrow evening if other information is found. I don't like keeping my cast waiting too long, and we only have a few
Understood.
hours till sunrise.
While they may need practice, you sounded fantastic. Enjoy the rest of your rehearsal.
You do know how to flatter me, Melody.
It's only truth.
In the
And-
background, you just hear fucking simp.
She knows who to to
All right.
she knows the right person to have on her side.
Now, for the rest of our evening, the only other person, because I'm going to assume Strawberry, after feeding and tripping on Molly, is going to make their way home.
Yeah, but I mean, she definitely had like a fun time in this arcade
Oh.
while on Molly.
Oh, fully.
For sure. Like she was just like dancing on fucking pinball machines and like vibing, and like the 8-bit music had a really good beat and she was vibing. She's having the night of her life.
Oh, yeah. There was 100% the just full on vibing 360 shot in the crowd.
Yeah.
But, Dr. Whitlock, is there anything else you do this evening after seeing not only the Circle of Seven have an interest in the one potential ally you've made, it means someone who is an agent of them is in this city.
Okay, who's the leader of the Tremere here?
Well, the most powerful Tremere in the city would be Prince Thera.
Second,
Let me
I don't think I
check.
can get an audience with the prince, and I don't want to do that. That's
Yeah.
like, let's get my head cut off today. Let's not do that. So who's second? That
Let's see.
because I think her plan now, since like she hasn't even been introduced to like the Tremere in this city yet or gotten to know anyone, but
Yeah.
I think she would try to make sure that she wants to let people that would be in her corner know there's something up,
Oh.
and not to make it look like I don't have allegiances.
There is a
Like-
direct sire of Thera here in the city. Now, whether or not you know about him already, we will leave as a check, which will
Okay.
be intelligence plus politics, or investigation if you start actually digging for it instead.
Can I argue for wits since I know the hierarchy pretty
If you're
well?
going politics, yes, I will allow wits. Not for investigation, though. So intelligence, investigation, or wits,
I'll do politics.
Okay.
Because actually that's a better total for me overall. It's 5 versus 4 dice.
Yeah. You're looking at a difficulty of 3.
Dang. Is there anything I can re-roll?
Well,
you
you can.
roll 1 with a willpower.
Because like if I get a success, I've already got 2 of the 3.
So yeah, you can you can use a willpower to re-roll the 1 dice that isn't a hunger die.
Okay. So do I just like roll a d10?
Yes.
There's a button.
Oh, willpower re-roll. Got it.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Not bestial failure, at least.
So it's just a failure.
Yep. Yeah.
So you are not aware of who it is. And this is a hilarious Easter egg, too. So he's going to come into play.
Okay. Great. I am going back to my penthouse. And because I do not feel safe at that house. And I am going to go to sleep then and
When
try
you get
and...
to your penthouse, roll wits plus awareness. Difficulty 4.
God. Uh, 7 of 4.
Before you can even get in the door, when you're like getting off the elevator, something feels off. There's an electric buzz in the air.
What kind of feeling? Like blood magic or like...
Like the residues of magic.
Fuck. I am going to go look into my house quietly.
As soon as you open the door, there's a being there. I cannot tell you if it's a man or a woman because you will not be able to tell by what they are wearing. An all red robe with a red headdress with a black slit going down the center. The headdress sits high like a cardinal or a deacon's hat, but it has a face mask that drops about halfway down the torso. All in blood red. Standing there, waiting for the door to have been opened.
Who is this? Can I tell by the garb of a affiliation?
Essentially, given your situation, likely that person who works for the Circle of Seven.
I will quietly shut the door behind me. Hi there.
Hello. You spoke with a doctor recently.
I did.
I need to know what about. The entire time the body is completely motionless. It could have been fabric on a statue for all you know.
I am concerned, like, this guy could just kill me outright.
Very likely.
I walked in on something I shouldn't have.
I understand. The circle knows of your sins, Whitlock. Do keep your soul clean and do not follow down the paths that got you here. Because after Portland, there is not much left. And a hand slowly raises and points towards your kitchen, where Dr. Krev's severed head is sitting on the counter. And that is where we are going on break. cliffhanger. Week was a really good cliffhanger. Do we want to do Disney trivia because this ain't happening?
How dare you? No, I want to play the game. I want to play the game. We are here. We got this. Let's go.
Your time traveling corpse?
I don't. Apparently. It's awesome. Now this one wasn't me.
It's not our fault. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
I am so excited and is bouncing so much. Like, there's so much excited bouncing.
Obviously, everyone's in anarchy.
You cannot be. Yeah, you cannot be.
My world is crumbling.
My world is crumbling around me.
Nice to meet you and explode with you.
I suppose that is nice, yes.
Fuck you. I knew we weren't going to get off scot-free from murdering someone.
Yeah.
When average teenager Arthur Padrone finds out he's the reincarnation of King Arthur of Camelot, he, Merlin, and Lancelot go on a road trip to find the other Knights of the Round Table before danger catches up to them in this comedy fiction podcast. Listen to Friday Night Fights wherever you get your podcasts.
Someone please come to my defense.
All right, we are back with a new chapter of Portland by Night. Now, our evening was coming to a close. Dr. Whitlock, I don't know what you will be doing with the severed head, but
Did the person just leave after that?
they will just walk out the front door and leave.
Can I say something?
If you want to, yes.
I'm worried about the Second Inquisition again.
All right. I need you. I think it's fair to call for composure in this situation. And we'll say either persuasion or etiquette.
They're the exact same.
Okay. Your difficulty with this being is 4.
Oh God, I don't even want to make it anymore.
How many dice do you have?
I have 5, so
Okay.
I just don't think it's doable.
Hey, can't roll any worse than me. I've failed basically all but one of my rolls tonight. So I got all the bad juju for all of you.
I also don't want to die.
Look, I'm playing a game of public access, and like I'm now getting all my karma for bad rolls in that game. It's bad.
Oh no. Do I okay, I have to make it since I said it, don't I?
Yep.
Fuck me.
You said what you want to do. I'm lenient enough to typically give you options of what to roll, but a roll now must be made.
Can I argue wits? Or resolve?
I will allow
Or actually,
resolve.
composer is the same as resolve, so it doesn't
I will
matter.
allow resolve.
All right. It's the exact same. All right, fuck it.
Let's see how many you got.
Yeah. So I'm dead.
What's your total?
It's a bestial failure, I'm pretty sure.
No, it's not a bestial
It's
failure.
not?
A bestial failure has to have a skull on the red die.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is just a failure.
Just
And
a
re-rolling won't do anything because, well, actually, you could use willpower, re-roll your 3 dice, possibly get 4.
But the
or
odds
2
are
10s.
very much against you.
I mean, it's 3 dice, yeah, but
Well, getting more successes make it less painful of a failure.
No.
All right, then I'm just gonna die.
No. You won't. You failed to get your message to ears that will listen. They just continue walking and leave as if you said nothing. The one advantage of being far more powerful than you is as long as you don't do something to make yourself matter, why would they bother with you? So, you can decide how you deal with the present that was left for you, which is a severed head. And the mess it leaves.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a Walter White.
All right.
Sorry, you're gonna throw a pizza onto a roof?
I mean, that was my first thought.
No, I'm gonna get a plastic tub. It has to be plastic, cannot be porcelain. and I'm going to get chemicals that dissolves the head.
I've never seen Breaking Bad.
I was expecting to be like, this is not vampire blood, and then you throw it, and then the whole building explodes. So I am the one who breaks the masquerade. And that was the moment that Dr. Adelaide became Heisenberg.
Yeah, right.
She deserves it.
Someday,
I'd do anything for her.
Right.
But yeah, I'll just dissolve the head like that.
You're a doctor. You're going to be familiar with enough things. And if there was a murder investigation or people looking into this, we'd worry about the dice outcomes. However, that's not the focus, so we're not going to worry about it. But your evening ends. The sun rises. When the sun sets again, what is going on, Melody?
Before, on my way home, I would like to hunt before I go to bed, please.
Okay.
Because I'm at 3 hunger.
What kind of hunter are you again?
I am a siren, so...
That is right.
Or not a siren, I'm sorry. A scene
queen, right? Okay.
Yes.
So it's going to be late in the evening. The museum will not be open. What is your game plan?
Technically, it's artists in general. So if there is a club nearby on the way home,
yep,
she could just slip in and like an art club or like a jazz club or something like that. She would slip into that and try to find.
All right. Well, there are plenty of clubs and things downtown. There is also Major Tom's that stays open later than everything else. A lot of Portland doesn't stay open till 2 a.m. So you're probably going to be dealing with people filtering to Major Tom's. So it will be a rack. But you haven't fed at this rack yet. You're good. It's a bit of a bind. And you would likely still be able to find artists. It's full of hipster trash. So.
Yeah.
I'll drink from there.
Yeah.
I need manipulation and persuasion. I also need to make a check. Okay. For having 8 dice, he really is not getting a lot of successes.
That's beautiful. +2 for domain. So +3.
Difficulty of 5.
Nope. Difficulty of 3.
Oh, that's right. You have the thing that lowers the difficulty, right?
Because I have fame.
Yes.
It's 5 successes.
All right.
Oh, that was only almost a messy critical. Almost. I slake 2. And then quickly leave.
Yeah, with the extra successes, we can guarantee you get someone who actually has some artistic talent.
The ones with artistic talent taste the best, honestly.
Yes. Slake 2. You're probably the last one to make their way home. Except for Lee. Lee doesn't come home. But again, the evening ends.
I was fully hoping she would run into Major Tom's and Strawberry was singing karaoke like in the middle of the room to nobody in particular while hopped up on Molly.
And you know what she was singing?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Major Tom.
100%.
All right. Dawn rises. Dusk sets. We do know that the first one to awaken each day is going to be Dr. Whitlock. So I need your rouse check before anyone else.
Failure.
Well, now you have a slightly tougher decision of are you going to Blush of Life? You do get to roll twice because of your humanity.
I have to. I don't think it's a choice.
I mean, you can always choose not to, but it's a violation and you will be standing out when you're out in the world.
I mean,
Yeah.
technically, you could call someone and ask them to come over to help or bring your blood
Yeah.
bag, stuff like that. There's other options. It's just
Yeah.
inconvenient.
Yeah.
Lee could bring you blood bags.
I know, but
She's fine.
that's not my feeding thing. I have a whole.
Yeah.
I'll get a stain if I do something like that.
I don't believe blood bags would give you a stain.
Okay. I didn't
Just
know
because
for sure.
it's not a
That blood was
person.
consensually donated.
Yeah.
So that would be the one that you could get away with out of all of them.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then I might message Lee, if possible,
Lee,
to pick me up. I'll Venmo her.
as I stated, Lee did not come home last morning.
Okay.
So
for
you're not aware
whoever
of
we
this,
can-
though. So you'll message Lee. You're just not going to get a response.
All right, then I will message Melody, and if I don't get a response, I'll say, "Hey, can you pick me up a blood bag? It's been a rough night." And I can Venmo her cash.
Probably for the best. Melody will give a, of course. And would you like 2?
Might as well.
Fantastic. Give me an hour.
Sure.
Now, unlike Lee, you do not already have a contact to get you blood bags. But also, you have now been woken up, so I need a rouse check from you.
Mm-hmm. A success.
All right, and a Blush of Life.
A success.
All right. What is your game plan?
I know everybody who has come to the Elysium, and I know the one dude who owns the blood bank place.
Yes, you do.
I would like to call him.
All right, Benjamin Burke.
That's the name.
I don't know if I shared an image of Benjamin Burke for you guys. But in full vamp mode. This will give you a vibe of Benjamin Burke. You do have a number?
I'm assuming so
Well,
because
no,
she's
sorry, that wasn't quite. I said you do have a number.
Okay.
So,
sorry.
you can call if you want.
Yeah, she will call the number.
After a couple minutes. Yellow?
Benjamin?
Oh, it is Melody. I saw the number. I wasn't sure who was calling from it, though.
Usually I'm the only one that calls from this number, hopefully. If you ever receive a call from somebody else on this number, I would really appreciate you telling me.
All right.
Could you do me do you do deliveries?
I could arrange some transportation.
I am in need of 2 of your finest.
Okay. Just 2. All right. Usually we do a bit in bulk if we're carrying into the city, but given your position, I think we can work out something.
It is an emergency, so I apologize for the inconvenience. I can make it up to you.
That'd be mighty kind of you.
About something a little minor, just a favor one day.
I already have
I'm trying not to pick up
something
the
in
accent.
mind.
Sorry, what was that?
I already have a little something in mind, but we can discuss that at a more appropriate time.
Of course. You know where the museum is, so I can meet you there. And we will discuss it then.
No can do. I will not be the one delivering it. One of my boys will, though. We can discuss the specifics on another evening, though.
Fantastic, even better. I have a lot on my plate, so that works perfectly fine.
All right. Give me about an hour. Get them out there.
Sounds wonderful. Do you accept Venmo?
Oh, I'm not worried too much about cash, darling. Like we said, we'll work something out.
Sweet. I don't say this in character, but I'm not broke. Awesome. I have resources now, guys.
Like $50.
Like $100 probably. $50, $100, something like that.
Yeah. Hey, it's some
I
cash.
should invest in resources.
All right.
I message maybe longer than an hour, but it's on its way to Dr. Whitlock.
Which means, Whitlock, are you going to stay and wait for Melody to get the blood and then take the blood to you? Or are you going to risk traveling to Melody to get the blood sooner?
I'm a little worried about traveling to get it, especially if I'm gonna do the blood bag thing, which I hate. I'm just gonna go for it and wait.
Then I need a rouse check from both Strawberry and Gonzo.
Oh,
New day, new check.
because we just woke up. Okie dokie,
Yep.
artichoke.
That hunger is going to always be
Ooh.
present.
All right.
Good. How'd you do, Ashton? All right, then I need a second rouse check for Blush of Life, unless you want to be noticeably a corpse.
Strawberry gets to roll twice. I don't know if it auto does it.
Hermit Mustard Gonzo does not do Blush of Life.
All right.
I'm sorry, what now?
That is.
Hermit Mustard Gonzo does not do Blush of Life.
There's absolutely zero way you would have been getting away with that.
I'm an artist. It's
Yeah,
my
we've
vibe.
had you repeatedly do Blush of Life, and there's no way anybody would be letting you walk out of there without ever Blush of Lifing.
It's not my style, man.
It was your style the last couple weeks.
I only did it once, and that was because I didn't know what it was. And
Yeah,
you told me I
no.
had to.
Yeah,
of
because not
character?
doing it is a masquerade violation, and you're going to be heading on a bullet train
Yeah, out of
to
character,
kill.
you would have died 5 years ago.
I
if
mean,
that was the case.
I could put on blush.
Yeah, Blush of
fine.
Life.
It's fine. I got it.
All
I
right.
just rolled again. Sorry, I got it.
Okay.
One success. Yeah.
We can't trust you when you're like, I
Strawberry's
got
good
it.
to go.
Sorry.
All right.
Yeah, Strawberry rolled twice and succeeded the second roll, so you can get rid of that third dot of hunger
Why did she get to roll twice?
because you have 8 humanity.
Oh.
When your humanity's high enough, appearing alive becomes easier.
Oh.
When you're at 9, you don't have to Blush of Life.
Yo, the other day. Oh, dag. Okay, when I started this, I could have rolled the second time. I did not know
Oof.
that, but now I know.
Yeah, I found out recently about
Got it. Okay, cool. No worries.
All right.
Good to know.
So, what are Strawberry and Gonzo planning for the day? So I guess first I'll ask Strawberry, because you're going to wake up and realize Lee isn't here.
Yeah. Strawberry wakes up and goes, Lee, oh my god, where the hell has she been? And she's gonna wander. She hasn't met Gonzo yet. And so she's gonna wander from door to door and then open the door to Gonzo's room, not knowing that there's somebody in there. What does Strawberry see, Ashton?
Gonzo is sitting on. I don't even think Gonzo has a bed. I think it's just like a fluffy carpet, and they're just kind of sitting there, and they're looking at a painting with like they're watching TV, and they're just like completely focused, and they don't even notice that you open the door.
Cool. Strawberry goes, oh, sorry, have you seen my sister?
It depends on who your sister is.
Oh, her name is Lee. She likes to wear beanies, blue hair.
I've seen
Super
Lee.
cute. Have you seen her like today?
No, I've seen this today.
Oh, hi, I'm Strawberry. It's so nice to meet you. You must be the other tenant. What's your name?
My name is Kermit Mustard Gonzo, and you can call me whatever combination of those names strikes your fancy.
Oh my god, I love Jim Henson.
Who?
Don't worry about it.
My name is not Jim or Henson, but if you would like to call me that, that would be great.
How about I call you Buddy? Because I think you're fabulous.
That's very nice.
Okay.
Would you like to come look at this painting with me?
Oh my goddess. Okay, hold on. Let's go look real quick. Can she like trots in to look at the painting with you for a moment?
It's just like a blank sheet of like paper with one black circle.
I was immediately thinking the same thing. There's just like one black dot.
Yeah.
Strawberry's gonna like look at it and like her head's gonna tilt from side to side. She's gonna look at you and be like, you have the soul of an artist. I can tell.
I am an artist. You're right.
That's amazing. Wow.
Thank you for understanding me.
Yeah, you know what? I may not understand this, but it's because I'm not seeing the world the way you do, and I can appreciate that.
Thank you.
You're so welcome.
I don't usually show emotion, but as you can tell, it's just really getting to me.
You know what? You don't have to show emotion to feel emotion. I can tell.
I'm feeling a lot of things right now, and that's unusual.
Do you feel safe to feel what you're feeling? Are you okay? Do you need a moment?
No, it's...
I can turn around if you want to cry. I don't have to watch.
You and the artwork together make me feel seen.
Yay! Well, that's important, you know, especially when you're going through the world telling people they can call you whatever they want, but you don't tell them what to call you what you want them to call you, you know? And it's important for you to feel seen.
SCENE. Seen.
Oh. And she does this. I lived in Cali. I get it. All right. You have a beautiful evening. I'm gonna go find my sister. Lee!
If you need me, I'll be here.
I see you and seen. And she turns around.
So, at about this point, because you would have been woken up kind of early, Melody. So, while this is wrapping up, it's also been close to the hour. And a bike messenger is going to pedal their way up to the museum, probably down the back alley to the back door.
I will probably like be down there and prepared about 2 minutes, like literally 2 minutes prior. She's very stickler for schedule.
All right. Messenger gets there and hands you what appears to be like 2 submarine sandwiches, because they're about oblong shaped, wrapped in paper, just like they're from a deli.
I appreciate this so much.
All right. I'm cool. Okay.
Fantastic day. Evening. Whatever.
Okay. Just like awkwardly bikes away.
I realize I don't have a vehicle.
Yep. And you gotta get across town.
Does Harold have a vehicle?
Harold? Hell no.
Yeah. Damn it. He's my only friend. How much for an Uber?
About $30.
Yeah, I'll take an Uber.
Okay.
Oh, she got money.
Because I'd have to pay for the freaking blood.
She's out here like, ooh, I can pay these Uber surge prices. She's got money.
I got the Comfort
XL.
Plus option.
Damn. Hello, middle class America. I thought you were gone. Thought you were a myth. We found it.
She requested a very fancy car. Got a Honda Civic.
God damn. She went the
But it is clean inside.
That's good.
There you go. All right. Gonzo, is there anything you're doing with the rest of your evening?
I am staring at the painting.
Okay. No, I don't want to play a Malkavian. Plays a Malkavian.
I am staring at the painting because it's beautiful.
Mhm.
It reminds me of me. It has the same spirit.
All right. Strawberry. You realize Lee isn't here. And when you woke
Yes.
up, Lee had already left. So you haven't seen Lee in over a day now.
Yes. Correct. I had to think about it. Yes.
Is there anything you wanna do?
Strawberry is starting to freak the fuck out. She's like starting to pant very heavily. Her anxiety is starting to ramp up. And she is tearing through this house screaming for her sister. She's like, Lee, oh my God, Lee, if you are fucking pulling a prank on me, this shit is not fucking funny. Okay, Lee, where the fuck are you? Lee! And she's like tearing through the house. She's sending her little critters to like scour the house looking for her sister. And no, she's still at a hunger too. Yeah, so she's not starving. So her
Yeah.
priority is very much on
Oh
finding her
no, if
sister.
your hunger was much higher, I'd be making you make sure not to frenzy.
Yeah.
But nah, you're getting no signs of Lee in the house or in the apartment.
Yeah. So forgive me, I am entirely brain farting. Nikki, what's your character's name again? Like
Melody.
that was it. Thank you. She goes, Mel.
Melody is
after-
currently in an Uber heading across town.
Oh my God. Doctor.
You probably have my phone number.
You also have Melody's phone number.
Gonzo will just pop into the room in the corner.
Did someone ask for a doctor?
Strawberry looks at Gonzo and goes, Gonzo, my love, honey bunny, I need you to do a scene with me. Okay?
What's the prompt?
Find my fucking sister. Let's go.
Okay. What's the fiction?
The fiction is
Also, what's my motivation?
yes, absolutely.
What
we love to see
drives
it.
me?
You should do a character analysis to figure that out.
I will kill you. Please do not take me back to the dark days of my past.
Also the dark days of my past as well.
Nah, fuck that director. Fuck that director. I'll say it right here, right now.
That was for I've Never Done a Blush of Life.
I'm gonna Kermit. Okay. Let's go. You get it? Kermit Mustard Gonzo. You guys get it. Anyway.
But yeah.
Yeah, Strawberry goes, your motivation is feeling seen like you've never felt seen before
How do you spell that?
with your heart. And Strawberry's moving. Strawberry's moving.
I'm following.
Yeah.
I'm following. It's like I'm wearing like a very long like robe and you can't even tell that my feet are moving. I look like I'm gliding.
Yeah, 100% you're living your Snape life right now. We're here for it. Yeah, Strawberry's in a panic because the thing is Strawberry doesn't know Whitlock and Melody well enough to think, oh, I should probably text them for help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is great. Okay. So we're going to cut to Melody is arriving at Whitlock's apartment, which I do believe, because I mean, you're going to be giving Melody the address, I assume, if she's bringing you blood. So Melody, is probably the first time you're getting to see Whitlock's penthouse.
The fuck kind of place? This is some bullshit. I need some more money. She will just call up and be like, I'm here. Like, text up, whatever.
I'll call the doorman and say that she's allowed to come up.
Which means a doorman in full, like, doorman accoutrement comes out of the front door looking of, are you Miss Melody?
Yes.
Dr. Whitlock has requested you see her. And he holds the door open.
Of course. Which I would know the address, I'm assuming, so
Yeah.
top floor?
Yep.
Fantastic. She is trying to not show jealousy right now, as she is in the elevator cursing, saying this is some fucking bullshit. I'm stuck with fledglings and one that doesn't even want to listen to me, and she has a fucking penthouse. This is some crap. She's just venting out some frustration, not directly at Whitlock, but just in general.
Now, when you get up there, again, unless you've unwrapped them, they just kind of look like two submarine sandwiches from a deli.
I would have made sure they were blood bags before the guy left.
Yeah, when you open them, they're not a normal blood bag. They're some kind of custom bag that's just oblong shaped and filled. So that they can be wrapped and don't appear.
That's fair. Cool. So she will just go to the top floor.
Yep.
Her submarine sandwiches.
And I'll answer the door as soon as because I've got some like security system cams set up, so I cannot be surprised. But I will definitely like open the door. Like, thank you so much. I appreciate this more than you know.
Of course. What are friends for, right?
Yeah.
Do you mind if I stay and then we can just hitch a ride together back to the museum? Where you got to go to the museum?
Yeah, that was my plan.
Fantastic. Can I just?
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Wonderful, wonderful. It's just, the environment and whatnot.
Totally understand.
Now, when you wolf down these blood bags, I need you to make a stamina plus resolve check. The difficulty is only 1.
What did Benjamin put in this blood?
What? Psh.
Difficulty?
1.
I got 4.
All right. So you're fine. It'll slake up to 2 as long as you leave a minimum 1. There's a
Yeah,
slight
I was gonna
odd.
take 1 and leave 1.
Oh, okay. Yeah. There's a slight odd taste to it. You can't quite pin it.
Can I make a check?
You are a doctor, which means you could do wits plus medicine.
Awesome. That's what I'm really good at. Difficulty?
4.
All right. Please be kind. 4.
This blood's being cut with plasma.
Hey, Melody, where'd you get this?
Benjamin. He was starting a new business in downtown. Or not downtown. Insert area here.
I wouldn't drink a lot of this if I were you.
Something wrong?
It's been cut.
With the drugs, with...
Can you repeat what it was cut
With
with?
plasma. So it's technically with more blood, but the far more frequently donated, much more stable, and far more abundant resource that happens to just have no vitae in it. So
Plasma, so you wouldn't really tell, but you're going to be hungrier more often. It's a money-making scheme. I saw it all the time in Chicago.
Mm-hmm. Lovely. Thank
also
you for
makes
that
it a lot
information,
cheaper
actually.
for him to sell out that blood.
I do have a meeting with him coming up, so I'll just make sure to keep that in the back of my mind. I apologize. This was the first time I ordered from this particular person. I had assumed he would be on the up and up.
It's fine. I appreciate it. You got to do what you got to do. I mean, it was the worst of it a while ago, so.
Yes, my morning has already started off wonderfully.
Have you dealt with the prince problem?
I spoke to the prince, yes.
All right.
And explained the situation. The concern of the Second Inquisition was brought up. The concern of the consequences were brought up. I was thinking of actually visiting Mustard's home studio to see if I could learn anything there. Figured I'd call Mustard and have them come with me, since I don't want to just sneak into their house on my lonesome.
Melody, I'd like to tell you something.
Yes.
That hopefully would help you understand I'm here to help. And I would like your help in that protection, if possible.
I mean, my life is currently on the line, but I will do my best. Of course.
Last night I was visited by one of the 7.
Would I have any idea what that means?
You will need to give me an intelligence plus politics or occult.
Politics it is. Do I get any bonuses because of having been around a Tremere for the last 20 plus years?
Yeah, I'll give you a +1.
Cool.
Difficulty's 3.
Sure, that's usable power for that one. Reroll 3 dice. difficulty is still 3. All right, I got a total of 3 successes.
Okay. So
with the willpower spent.
while the Tremere are technically part of the Camarilla, they're not children of Cain. So they have some complications. One of them being, while they respect the Camarilla and have kind of folded in much more now in the new edition as time's gone on, they still have their own order that they have to answer to as well. That is the 7, or the Circle of 7. It is the 7 most powerful Tremere. Said to be all the members are said to be part of the group of mages that made them into Kindred.
That does not sound good.
Not my first, not my first meeting, but I unfortunately walked into a situation I was invited into by Dr. Krev.
Yeah.
It's a Tremere.
I noticed him greeting you I noticed him come to the Elysium that night and then saw that he was greeting you. It's my job to keep eyes on everything.
He was dabbling in things he shouldn't have. And so I walked in with the 7 with a present of his head on my table.
Oh.
When I met him, I tried to destroy what he was working on.
This is, this day just keeps getting better and better.
So I think you would understand why I was so concerned by your child.
Oh, no.
Anything that could break the masquerade at this point, especially that now we have the Second Inquisition next door. We need to be very careful.
No, I completely understand. Head, really? That's so cliche.
It's a warning.
There's so many better ways to do that, though. Just like put a head.
It could have been worse.
Well, I mean, it could have been you, but yes. Just it's very grotesque. It's icky business.
Gonzo probably has notes on the artistry of it.
It's been taken care of. There's no remnants, but
well, that's good at least.
I do not want to be caught up in anything extra.
And neither do I. Yet here we are. Not from you. Okay. Well, I will keep that in mind. Do you want the prince to know that this doctor is dead? Or would you like her to find out? I can make the information found out differently.
Question, Bobby.
Yes.
So the Princess Tremere, would that
Yes.
mean that she would have contact? She's a notable person that if the 7 just came in and killed one of her people, would she know about it?
She would likely know. Now, remember, I said that they work for the 7. It's unlikely to be literally one of the 7. But she may have been informed. She may not have been informed. The 7 kind of operate on their own. They'll respect a Tremere that's a prince. But also, if getting rid of Dr. Krev was to bury information, they're not going to go tell the prince, which might reveal information they're trying to bury.
Okay. So I would know not to really reveal why he was killed.
It's a crapshoot. Since you don't know specifically their motives, you don't know if the prince knows or not, and you have to use your judgment whether or not telling them is good. It is another Tremere, so it's not like telling a prince of a different clan about this, because then the seven would be pissed. But with it being another Tremere, it's not as dangerous to inform the prince.
So would
Tremere
it be
very
safer
much
coming from me?
Yes. Tremere are very much like, we only talk about magic with other Tremere because we don't want other vampires to figure out blood magic.
So I cannot have Melody do this.
She can at least introduce,
Or you
Make
could
an
introduce,
introduction.
but I
yes.
mean,
and just
Yeah,
doesn't know what's happening.
Telling some, as far as they'd see it, some random Toreador, the like high level business of the Tremere would be fairly insulting and mean you are not a trusted person.
yeah, which is why I haven't said things in depth.
Yes.
I've just said I walked in on something I
Yep.
shouldn't. But I will say, if you could introduce us, I think that would be safest.
Of course. Completely understandable. If she is in today, I will. If she's in the Elysium, I will gladly bring that up.
I'm gonna blush of life, so we can go.
Nice.
Did you slake too?
She slaked one.
Damn it.
Well, I was asking if they slaked.
So I'm
They
at
did,
3,
but-
not 4.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll eat the other blood bag.
All right.
Do I have to make a stamina check for that one too?
Yep.
Fuck.
So it is stamina plus resolve, difficulty 1.
I got 4, so
Okay. Yeah, you're good. The odd, like, you'd have to get nothing but failures.
look, I wouldn't doubt that,
I
okay?
know.
Like I've had horrible luck lately. But yes, I will drink that. I'm back down to 2 and head out.
All right. Now, Strawberry and Gonzo, you're out looking for Lee. What do you want to do? You have no leads currently.
I am just following Strawberry, but not like next to them. Like I am like a foot and a half back and a little bit to the right.
Now, Strawberry, I will say there is someone you know who tends to know everything.
Yeah. Correct. That's
Me?
Gonzo knows everything at a spiritual level. Are you talking about my contact?
I'm talking about Harold, your sire.
Oh, my sire. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's the first person I go looking for, actually.
Harold has very much a soft spot for you, so you're in a position where, like, going to your sire is not a bad thing.
Yeah.
Some of us aren't that lucky.
Yeah, so I go looking for Harold. Immediately I head
That's-
over to his
That's
spot.
yeah. So that's back into the underground. The
Yep.
network, the Portland Underground's a network of old bootlegging tunnels and sewer system connections and stuff. So
Yeah, Strawberry navigates it with great ease, only occasionally checking like behind her to see if Gonzo isn't lost.
both with
Gonzo is
this,
following perfectly.
Yeah. both
Yeah.
with this retracing your steps, but also if you got turned around a little bit, since you can talk to Splinty at any time, it's literally a rat, and you're talking about sewers and
Yeah.
tunnels. So I'm not
Yeah.
going to worry about it. you will find your way back to Harold's lair.
Yeah,
where-
and she was basically like power walking, almost running the entire time. Like she's very panicked.
Harold resides in what was kind of a storeroom for bootleggers. So it's a slightly larger room than a lot of the tunnels and everything. And he's kind of barricaded it to a bit. He does have a fiber wire internet connection.
Dope.
And
Strong.
he has like the one main thing he has is he has like a 0G chair, so it just like tilts him back 45 degrees with, you know, we're gonna do just like a full 6-panel setup, 3 and 3 double stacked.
So he's cool.
Yeah, he's super tech literate.
What's he streaming?
Yeah.
It's got in the background. Is it like
Dead by Daylight?
Dead by Daylight? Is it like a Haikyuu? Is he just going in on some fucking anime right now? Like, what's his vibe?
You know, Harold,
Doki Doki Literature Club?
given what Harold has is,
or on Host Club.
The thing is Harold's also much older. So like you're going to be a little disappointed as he has like C-SPAN going off in a corner. He literally has a constant stream from the public access station in Portland going. Always has essentially every social media up at once. Navigating through here. He's got programs he's running to scrub for keywords and stuff in the Portland area and anything.
Is he on my Slack server?
Yes.
Nice.
Whether or not you know he's on your Slack server, yes.
Yeah.
That's what I was about to say. I was like, do you know he's on there?
Because that was part of last week when he already knew about the fire and how it was tied to you, because he was like, this happened.
It was on the Slack server.
He's in the Slack server. Any like young kindred that has like a Discord or anything like that, he's gotten his way into if they're in Portland.
Oh man, what's his incognito handle? I gotta know.
You think
is it Underground Daddy?
One?
No, but like specifically in Gonzo's Slack server.
Okay, in Gonzo's.
Yeah, good question, good session.
Is it Dungeon Daddy? It's Dungeon Daddy, isn't it? Just in there is Dungeon Daddy.
See, Dungeon Daddy would draw attention.
I don't know.
I don't know. Not with that group.
It'd probably just be like Mike or something.
Oh yeah, that would.
I feel like that would draw more attention.
No, it's literally here. The number 2 lurk.
Here to lurk.
Oh, you know what? That works
fantastic.
perfectly.
Yeah, that slaps hard.
I would never have guessed.
And it's just every account that he's on. It's here to lurk, but then a different number. Here to lurk 1. Here to lurk 2, and it
That's
just
a different person.
Increases over time. One of his accounts got banned because Twitter thought it was a bot because it was just here to lurk 2965432 at 1.
Yeah, no, he has a lot of like he basically comes in as lurkers. And anyone's associated. So he's like here to lurk, don't mind me, stuff like that.
Most of your YouTube followers are just like bot accounts that he made.
He definitely has a Craig account or a Discord account that's Craig with the icon for Craig. So they just think it's the Craig bot.
Fuck yes.
Genius.
What a boss. Yeah. Okay, back to the scene. Strawberry, thank you for
that
setting
also
the
lets
stakes.
him jump into like audio calls and no one would notice.
Yeah. What a fucking genius. Also, everyone watching this playback right now is like, yo, is Craig a real man? Is Craig a real person in my chat? I don't know anymore. Strawberry bursts in the, like, she doesn't even knock because she's so freaked out. She bursts in, she goes, Lee, are you here?
All right, I'm going to need, you're going to get a bonus to this, but you just burst into a very powerful vampire's lair. So I'm going to need charisma plus probably just persuasion. So persuasion plus charisma.
Can I use the help action?
I wish.
Okay, I have to click. Oh no.
You're
There we
gonna
go.
get a pool bonus of +2,
Fuck yeah.
but the difficulty 5.
Sure. 5.
All right. Gonna just immediately stop. And it's a setup where like he hits a button and the chair goes from leaning back 45 degrees to going forward as the screens lift up at the same time.
And I noticed that there's a helmet coming down from the ceiling, and there's a heavy dun 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 dun. dun
I mean,
dun.
there is something hanging up there. He has like an Oculus for when he wants to do VR, but that's more on
Oh
the
my-
police system.
It's the best way to look at art.
My guy One Hundo has a full Darth Vader outfit that he uses unironically, and I love him for it.
Stop.
No, he has Boba Fett.
What's his
Oh, Boba.
Twitch name?
We love a Boba.
What's his Twitch name?
Mhm.
Boba deserves better.
I've never seen Star Wars.
Or it's Boba Lover, and people like look at it and they're like, "Oh, do they mean like the drink?
See,
Or do they mean
I
the
was
character?
thinking the
Like, which
same
one is
joke.
it?" Yep, 100%.
Jar Jar Stan. That's
Jar
my
Jar
name.
Stan.
I am a Jar Jar Stan.
Okay.
He jumps the highest.
Darth Jar Jar confirmed. Okay, so anyway,
But
Strawberry
it goes,
is yeah.
the monitors come up as his chair tilts forward,
Hmm.
and you see this like hunched over Nosferatu. Strawberry, I didn't expect you to. Oh, that. You're here about your sister, aren't you?
Yes.
Harold, where is she? Where is she? Where did she
Well,
go? Why isn't she here? Is she okay?
You need to calm down a bit. It appears that the one who made Strawberry like us.
I'm Strawberry.
Sorry.
My name is Kermit Mustard Gonzo.
The one who made your sister Lee like us was not too comfortable with them being free on the streets.
Why?
Well, your sister. Lee's female, correct? I believe
Yeah.
Lee's female. Well, your sister.
Out of character? Yes.
Yes.
In character.
Your sister is a bit of a loose end for a very powerful vampire.
She's not. She's a person. What are you What are you
We-
talking about? She's.
This is the world. Strawberry, I am at an impasse because I could tell you where your sister is, but I do not want to see you get hurt.
Harold,
Yes.
if something bad happens to my sister, that will hurt me more deeply than anything this world could do to me physically.
All right. Give me charisma or manipulation. You're probably going to take charisma. And
Yep.
persuasion.
Yep. 100. Full size? Still the +2 since we have a relationship?
This is actually opposed.
Okay.
So 1 second. It is 6 is your difficulty. No pool size modifier.
Okay.
Because he crit. Ooh, that's a bloody critical too. Or a messy critical. What was your number
I
of
also got a
success?
messy critical.
What was your number of successes?
6.
6.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'll give a tie to you, but he's just like, you do see a flare in his eyes. It's like, what's up?
Don't take this from me, Nikki.
No, never mind. I
In
didn't get my
opposed,
home.
when they tie, it's typically, I don't think anyone gives ground. No, I don't think you roll off in this system. But I believe it's no one gets ground.
Yeah.
But with this, to the point that it's going to be essentially both of you lose a little before things are worked out. Want to double check for a messy critical. Yeah. So he is going to like kind of flare at you as you see him like almost flash to you with speed. Actually, not even speed, because the Nosferatu are known for being strong. He's going to go to get out of his chair, and when he does, he pushes it, and the entire like chair mechanism, the whole monitor setup, shoots across the room and smashes into a wall.
Strawberry doesn't even flinch.
Neither does Gonzo.
And he almost stomps up to you. Strawberry, I worry about your emotions, but emotions can be repaired. You die, you die. And you'll have a messy critical in return as well.
Yep. Harold, how long have you been like this?
Quite a while.
Centuries, right? When's the last time you let someone get close to you?
He literally, as he breathes, he almost growls in frustration. And yet we're gonna go like full Phantom of the Opera as he just like looks away.
Yes. Yeah. And then Strawberry goes, think of me fondly.
When we said goodbye.
No, so Strawberry full on goes, I know that I asked for this, that I asked you to make me like this, and I know you're the only one who knows why. But my sister didn't ask for this. To live as long as you have, or as the prince has, or as anyone has, to carry that with me would be a greater death than the one you fear my experiencing.
Through the growls, he doesn't even turn back to look at you again.
Yeah. She slowly reaches up and gently cups his cheek.
Okay. Like we're going full like Phantom of the Opera meets Beast, where he says he still won't look at you, but
yes,
he's just like, she's on the Little Queen. It's a steamboat on the river.
Help me save her. Please.
Information is what I do, Strawberry.
Then give me the information it would take to save her. That's all I ask.
And that is where we're leaving for next week. All right. Thank you, everybody. Friday, Weird Web comes back for its final season. And next week, episode 4, which are chapters 7 and 8. Or no, it's episode 5. This was episode 4. So chapters 9 and 10 of this chronicle will be airing on Tuesday. Until then, thank you everybody for hanging out, for watching the show. Anybody who's left, which seems like nobody's left right now. But good night, everybody.